especially with the people you speak to about personal finance, if they're just in a situation now in the crux in their life where it's like, I can't, if I don't get out of this debt, my life's over, you know, like as far as my way of living, my way of being able to afford anything, just to provide. How is it that they at least get on those small steps to be able to stay consistent with the end goal? How do you talk to your clients in that way?
I would say that feeling of overwhelm is extremely common. So if anyone who's listening to this feels that way in their financial situation, just feels so overwhelming, know that that's completely normal. I think that's actually the biggest issue when it comes to someone tackling their personal finances, is because it feels like it's this giant mountain in front of you. And even taking that first step can feel extremely, extremely overwhelming. And I do find that doing that self-reflection process to start can be really helpful, because in order to move forward and take those first steps, you really do have to have some kind of a sense of what you want and what your why is, right? Like, why do you want to get your finances in order? Why is it important to you that you pay off this debt, or that you at least have a plan in place to build wealth and pay off debt? So figuring out what your why is, and I think like using the responses to self-awareness prompts like that can be really, really helpful. Whether you're writing them, typing them, speaking them, like whatever style works for you can be super helpful, because then you can take that and translate that into your goals. So you can kind of look at, I like to break out financial goals into short-term and long-term. So anything that's long-term, typically I view that as at least 10 years away, oftentimes decades away. So the most common example would be eventually having a safe and comfortable retirement, right? That would be an example of a long-term goal that I would say the majority of us have. And then short-term goals, there's no set time frame, but really anywhere from a few months to, let's say, like 5 to 7 years. And then you might have a midterm category with like 7 to 10 years, right? So I think if you can go back to your vision for your life, and like, what is it that I want to create? What kind of lifestyle do I want? What's my ideal living situation? And kind of start to map, like go work backwards and map that out. So how does that translate into, 3 to 5 short-term goals? For example, if, let's say you decided that you really want to take a trip with your 2 best friends once a year, and maybe you're doing that in December. So you would see, how many months until then, and what's my savings goal? What's my total savings goal? And then working out, okay, if that's my end goal for that, that's how much I think I need. So how much per month should I be setting aside in a separate savings account so that I can hit that short-term goal?
It's a big deal what you're saying, especially in regards to starting with the end in mind and working backwards. I love that, because that way, like, you have the feeling, you have the picture in your mind of where you want to be and what you want to be doing, and then you work back to try to reach that. I think that's a really valuable insight, and for me it's like that as well.